CPGM.com. CPGM Headley here, CPGM Drew. Right now we're doing our top 50 prospects. Our number 2 prospect, Josh Allen, outside linebacker, Kentucky. This guy, Josh Allen, first thing popped out to me was his versatility. It was eye-opening. Just him dropping in the coverage. He looks like a DB out there. He could have came out last season. He had back-to-back 7-sack seasons last 2 seasons before his senior year. Came back and he made himself some money. 17.5 sacks this last season.
One thing I like to do when I talk about look for prospects is I don't want to know anything about them. Like, I just want to go into it knowing nothing. Obviously, watch a bunch of football. That's not possible. This is one of the players that I knew his number. I knew he was 41. I knew he played for Kentucky, and I knew he made some plays against my team, when they played. But I didn't know he was this good. Like, I didn't know, So when I turned on the tape, like you said, versatility. That pass coverage, that spatial awareness to be out on an island with guys running in front of you, guys running behind you, and you're responsible for all this space, all this zone. He's extremely comfortable doing that. And it was, like you said, eye-opening. Like, I was just like, whoa, I don't know if I've seen a player this good in space like that in a while. You know what I mean? He looks like he's at home. He's not the bendiest. Is that a word? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Make it up, man.
It's good. Webster, you got me. He's not the bendiest player or the most fluid hipped player coming off the edge. But then again, also, he didn't do enough for me, my liking, because a lot of what I saw was him sealing off the edge, defending the edge from RPOs, from option runs. So it was kind of like he had to contain it. So that he didn't get the opportunity that I saw coming off the edge, although he had 17.5 sacks. He blew me away, man. Like, Nick Bosa was the guy, right? That was the guy everybody was spouting off talking about. But this guy, that versatility is serious, because this is the type of player that you can build a defense around. And what I reference is, and I'm not saying he's this guy. I just, I like to give people an example of what I'm talking about. Is this type of guy you can build a defense around? Khalil Mack, he came over to the Bears. Well, he was with the Raiders, came over to the Bears. And they do a bunch of different things with him. Obviously, he's coming off the edge most of the time, but you can drop back in coverage. This is a guy you can build a scheme around, and that offenses have to respect, and they have to worry about. Damn, number 41, we got to know where he's at all times. And this is that type of player, and it can help other players get into their most optimal position. I want to see him in a 3-4 outside linebacker. I don't want to see him in a 4-3 outside linebacker, inside linebacker. I don't want to see him with his hand in the ground. I want to see him outside linebacker, 3-4.
No, I agree. I think that's his optimal position, the 3-4 outside linebacker. Speed rush, he can get around the edge quickly. I know the knock on him is, some counter moves, some inside rush moves. But Legos, we always talk about Legos, just being able to play multiple positions on defense. It helps everybody else out on your defense. So I think Josh Allen is that type of player. Like I said, he needs to be standing up because how well he does in coverage. In coverage, he's probably one of the best linebackers in the whole class. And I think you take away some of his superpowers if you just put his hand in the ground and have him rushing the quarterback the entire game.
And with him playing that outside, linebacker position, he lined up in the slot versus receivers, running backs, tight ends, and he was willing to put a hand on them. Linebackers, corners, they want to turn and run with the guy, or they want to just let him free release. Josh Allen's not letting you free release. He's putting his hands on you. When you talk about a Travis Kelce, you talk about a Gronk, you talk about a George Kittle. These are guys you don't want to have free releases. These are guys you want to put your hands on, at least slow them down within the route. And Allen's willing to do that, and he's good at it. It's not that he's just willing to do it; he's good at it. And I can see him getting, again, with NFL coaching, he can only get better. He can only get better.
Yeah. And some of the weaknesses I saw on Allen, run defense, I think he can improve as a run defender. Game against Georgia, it bothered me that the tight ends were getting the best out of him in that game. You never want to see your edge rusher getting blocked by a tight end. He's not a perfect prospect, but like we said, the versatility and what he can do in coverage is just... it makes him appealing to many teams out here.
I know one of the things that why he came back was to get stronger. He wasn't strong enough. He looked to be strong enough this year.
He's improved.
Definitely.
That is Josh Allen, our number 2 prospect on the CPGM top 50. Like, comment, subscribe.